In this video I'm going to show you how to automate a Windows program using the Python pyautogui module. The Windows program that I'm going to automate is putty, which allows me to log into a Linux host. So if I just show you how that program gets run manually, so I'm going to start it by clicking on the Windows search box, typing in the name of the program, pressing return. It now starts. That's not the correct IP address that I want to log into, so I'll get rid of it. Type in the correct IP address, press return again. Presented with a login prompt, type in my username. Wants the password, type that in as well. I'm now logged in at the command prompt. I'm going to type a command called date, which gives me the current date and time. And I'm all done, so I'm now going to type exit, press return, and the program is now exited and finished. Let's see that exact same sequence running but being automated using a Python script. So I'm going to change to the directory that contains my script. And run it. Now running it without any command line arguments is giving me an error. It needs to know the name of the host name that I want to log into, which is 192.168.1.100. Now it's complaining that a password environment variable PW isn't set. I need to put my password for the user Andy C into that environment variable. I've got a utility that lets me do that safely called set PW. So I can type password in. Again for verification. Oh, didn't get that right. Try again. Okay. So now let's try this again. Now I'm not actually pressing any keys or moving any mouse cursors at the moment. It's doing this all automatically. It's waiting for the password prompt. It's logged in. It's going to issue the date command. And it's now going to issue the exit command. It's going to pause for a little bit. And it finishes. And if we now look at what's happened here, we can see that when the program runs, it gets the size of the screen. It then moved down to the Windows search box. It did the search. So it basically emulated exactly what I did when I showed you how it was working manually. It determined when the password prompt was displayed, and enter the password at the appropriate point. But the interesting thing I want to point out here is it towards the end it actually took a screenshot and put it in the file putty screenshot.png. So if we start up Microsoft Paint, and we can see that's a screenshot at that particular point, so it captured the date and time there. So not only could it automate the process, it could also take a screenshot at a point in that process, so you had a permanent record of what it was doing and the result of that. Now it's a fairly contrived example about driving a putty session. To be honest, if you want to log into a Linux box and do automated things, there are much better ways to do it, but it's a good example of how this Python module is very, very powerful if you program it the right way in order to run pretty much any program of your choice. One of the other things that you could automate the running of is you could automate a web browser and then log into a website, perform some kind of function, or if you had a lot of devices like a lot of routers or intelligent PDUs, anything with a web-based interface to let you configure and manage that device, you could automate the management of that device. And then because it's a program, if you had lots of those devices that needed to be configured in the same way, you could run this program multiple times, pointing it each time to each device which you needed to configure. So that's a nice little demonstration of a relatively simple module that allows you to do very, very powerful things. Thank you for watching.